Well, good morning, good Tuesday, and welcome to the Hometown Hour. My name is Megan Suber with the Town of Mooresville, and I've got some great guests with me today, Christine Patterson and Jennifer Marion Mills from Randy Marion. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here. And just so our listeners know, we are pre-recording this show. It's going to air on November 21st, Thanksgiving week. And I know we all have big Thanksgiving plans going on. So we're getting to this a little bit earlier. So if we do say anything that doesn't kind of match up with the current situation of things, it's because we're talking today and not on the actual Tuesday, November 21st.
Parlor tricks.
It is parlor tricks. So longtime listeners of our show will know that we always start out with one good thing that's happened within the past week or so. Again, since this is pre-recorded, it may be a little bit different, but one good thing that's happened so we can kind of break the ice. So my one good thing is, even though we are recording this before a different holiday, my one good thing is that I'm going to be able to decorate my house for Christmas soon, because that is always a huge production and it always takes way longer than it should. But I enjoy having that up as early as possible so that I can get all the full season of enjoyment out of it. I'm one of those people.
Okay. You're one of those people. Well, Christmas decor is it was out before Halloween, I think.
I think I've seen some Valentine's Day decor out in the stores already.
Yeah, see, I'm not ready for that. Let's enjoy these first few holidays first before we start that. Oh gosh, my one good thing is, I think, homecoming. So I get to take my daughter dress shopping this week for her first official dance. I'm so excited. I think I'm more excited than she's excited.
She's probably going to be embarrassed, to be honest,
Probably.
at some point in this.
Oh, I will embarrass her.
Okay, so you've talked about Halloween and homecoming. We're still kind of on the football circuit. So, something that was really fun this past weekend was we visited my daughter at law school and attended one of their home football games. So,
exciting.
A lot of fun time with the family and enjoying a good football game. It was a little hot out this past weekend, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome.
That sounds like a great time. Well, ladies, if you are a longtime listener to the show, you have heard Christine before, and you're probably going to hear her again. Christine needs no introduction, but the Arts and Events Manager for the Town of Mooresville. So glad to have you back again. And today we have, for the very first time on our Hometown Hour show, Jennifer Marion Mills. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's get into a little bit of guest background, if you will. So, Jennifer, what is your role with Randy Marion Company? And tell us about yourself.
Okay, well, once again, my name is Jennifer Marion Mills, and I am the Vice President of Randy Marion Automotive. I guess one of my main roles is advertising. I've always said I've got the fun job. I do all the, I've been in marketing and branding with the store for about 25 years. I started working at the dealership when I was just 16. I've kind of gone through all the roles of answering the phones, working in the file room, payroll. So I've had my hand in a little bit of everything over the years, but advertising is something that has really fits my personality, fits the nature of the business, and it's worked for us. So.
Sure. And I can imagine that is so helpful to you, having experienced all those different roles. You know how to talk about the company better,
right,
as opposed to someone who may be a third party coming in to help.
Right. It's really been a great experience over the years. My dad has just really grown the business. I remember when we first started the business, we were in downtown Mooresville, where a lot of the activities for the 150th birthday celebration is happening right now. And we were just in a small little showroom, and that's where I started answering the phones on the weekends, and just really kind of at that point learning about the business. So, and over the years, I've watched him grow and have grown with him, and it's been a great experience.
And now, as anyone who's listening knows, Randy Marion is not just in Mooresville. You've got locations everywhere, it seems like.
That's correct. So we've got 15 dealerships in 8 cities in North Carolina and Florida. So we have definitely expanded.
That's exciting.
It is. So in this past year, in 2023, we have opened 5 dealerships in this past year. So we've really grown in a short period of time. So we purchased a Kia store, a Honda store, and a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram store in Salisbury in March. Shortly after that, we opened our first out-of-state store, which is Randy Marion Cadillac, and that's in Jacksonville, Florida. And most recently, this past last month, we opened a Mitsubishi store in Statesville.
Gosh, in Florida. Wow, that's so exciting. And you guys have had such a busy year. I mean, the expansion, it just seemed like, Randy Marion has like steadily been growing over the years, but this year it was like it just really blew up.
It did. It did. So we've right now we are probably over 1,000 employees, which is like I
Wow.
said, I've got
That
to
is
watch my
crazy.
dad grow. So he started off with 11 employees back in 1990, and we've
Wow.
a lot of growth. A lot of
Yeah.
growth.
I mean, it's really become a household name. I mean, synonymous with Mooresville. I mean, you think of Mooresville, you think of Randy Marion.
Well, good.
Yeah,
Good.
you do. You guys have achieved that.
And now it sounds like you get to branch out a little bit further with the dealership in Florida and create that brand recognition down there as well. So it sounds like a great new opportunity to just reach a different audience.
And that's exactly what we're doing. So we've got the same marketing strategy, the same branding that we have here in North Carolina, and we're starting that in Jacksonville. So looking forward to the growth that we'll see in Florida.
Absolutely, and good opportunity to learn some new things because I imagine while the Florida market is very similar to North Carolina, just
Right.
because of the region, the population, it can also be very different just because it's a different place.
That's right. That's right. I mean, Jacksonville is it's got the same kind of growth opportunities that we have here in Charlotte, in Mooresville area. So it's nothing new to us. But yeah, it's a great market.
Awesome. Well, as you said, Christine, Randy Marion is synonymous with the Mooresville area and the North Carolina regional area. And I know that the automotive group has a really great mission, vision, and values and are really committed to being a part of their community in any way possible. So, what does community impact mean for Randy Marion and community engagement?
Oh, community means a lot. That's one of my dad's missions, visions that he has always had since he opened in 1990. He's said, if you take care of the community, the rest will fall into place. And he's always has strived for that. He's always been very involved in the community to help the community to grow. And it was exciting for me to hear a couple months ago that Mooresville is the fastest growing city in the state of North Carolina. And
believe it.
it's people like my dad and other business leaders that we have in the community that have worked so hard to put Mooresville on the map. And Mooresville is a great place to work, to live, to raise a family, and that's why we're seeing the growth that we are right now.
And that's awesome. And we love having businesses that are so invested in the community and so invested in watching the town become even more than it currently is. And that's a huge part in keeping your community strong and thriving. So we really appreciate businesses like Randy Marion throughout the town. Well, coming back, ladies, let's talk a little bit more about that community engagement and how it is a part of our 150th anniversary celebrations.
All right, thank you.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Hometown Hour. My name is Megan Stuber with the Town of Mooresville, and I have with me today Christine Patterson and Jennifer Marion Mills. Ladies, it's so good to have you. I know in our previous segment we were talking about Randy Marion Automotive and how you've just exploded in size and reach from when the business began back in 1990 in downtown Mooresville, and now there's dealerships all over the state. There's dealership in Jacksonville, Florida, and how community is a huge part of everything that you do as an organization. So, what do you have upcoming with Randy Marion Automotive, particularly in the holiday season and the season of giving back? Because when this show airs, we are pre-recording, but when this show airs, it's going to be Thanksgiving week, so the week of giving.
Well, we do a lot of things throughout the year for the community, but we also do stuff within our company.
Yes.
So, as we're airing this, as you mentioned, it's pre-recorded. We've got some trunk or treats happening for Halloween, which
Very
benefits
cool.
our employees and their children as well as the community. So, we've got a couple of dealerships in Statesville that are participating with the trunk or treat, which is a lot of fun for the kids. You got to see, a lot of really cute costumes, and it just brings everyone together. But another one that we've got upcoming is, like you mentioned, Thanksgiving. We have a big Thanksgiving dinner or luncheon at all of our stores. We provide all the food, catering that is brought into all the stores. So it's a great opportunity for all of our employees to get together and be thankful for one another before they go and spend time with their families at home.
Absolutely.
So
Do you
that's
have to be an employee, or can I come?
you can come. Absolutely,
I think
you're welcome.
Christine's going to show up. But that's great to have that fellowship, because I know so many organizations just don't pay attention to that internal fellowship amongst employees. And when you work at a place, you are a part of that culture for almost as long, if not longer, than you are at your own home or with your own community. So creating that sense of community is really impactful, and kudos to you for making sure that that's a priority.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. We've done it for years. Years ago we started off, it was everyone brought in a dish, but we got so large that we said, it would probably be better if we just cater it and allow everyone to really enjoy that time together. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. We also on Thanksgiving in the past we have passed out turkeys to all of our employees to take home to fix for Thanksgiving. Just as a small token, we know everyone can get their turkeys, but it's a small token of thanks and how much our employees and their families mean to my dad and our family and our entire company.
Yeah, and one thing to check off the list. I know I appreciate that, because
Yeah.
this time of year those lists get long.
Not
That's
enough
right.
people do that anymore, too. And with the price of groceries now, turkeys are expensive, you know?
They continue to go up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So, anything else upcoming or
We
fun?
do. So after Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas coming up.
Yeah.
And we every year put together Meet Santa. We have and it's open to the community. And we get some other businesses involved. In the past, Clutch has been involved and provides hot chocolate to the people that
delicious.
come. And this is open to our employees and to anyone in the community that wants to come meet Santa. And my dad has a collection of classic cars that we put on display. So it's kind of a walking through the classic car, winter wonderland. So it's a great opportunity once again for our employees to bring their kids and for the community to be involved as well.
Oh,
And-
that sounds fun.
Yeah,
I know, that's exciting. I was like, how did I not know about this? I'm going to have to stay tuned.
Yeah, so you can tell we love the holidays. So shortly after Meet Santa, we have Christmas Through the Eyes of a Child. That's a charity that my mother, Betty Marion, she started many years ago. And the employees of the dealership are involved in that, providing gifts for kids that my mom works with some other folks in the area that kind of are able to label or find kids that might not have a Christmas that year.
Absolutely.
And so all the employees of the dealership come together and help provide gifts to present to these kids. And it's a big holiday party for the kids to come together along with their families. And it's just a great evening. And it's called Christmas Through the Eyes of a Child.
Wow. And I know,
amazing.
Christine, you just mentioned the price of groceries, and the price of anything, of course, is still sky high right now. And there are families that can't have a Christmas just because it's not financially possible.
That's right.
So making sure that you give back during this season when you can is huge, not only for your community as a whole, but life-changing for these individuals.
Yeah. That's amazing. And for all of the reasons that Jennifer just mentioned is one of the reasons that we wanted to partner with Randy Marion for the 150th anniversary. When we went into this year and thinking about, the community partners that we would bring on, Randy Marion just presents those values that we want in a partner for the 150th that represent
Absolutely.
what Mooresville is about. And so that's one of the main reasons that we wanted to partner with Randy Marion for this.
And so you mentioned our 150th anniversary, and if you've listened to this show before, you have heard about Mooresville turning 150 in 2023. But in case you haven't, we'll tell you a little bit more about it. So, of course, Town of Mooresville founded in 1873, so this year is our 150th anniversary, and we have had 7 signature events. Well, at this point, we have had 6.
Right.
Getting ready for the 7th.
Yes.
And more than 150 fun things to do around town, way more than 150 I think we've ended up with. But these events are great opportunities for our community to come together, to engage, to experience things they've never experienced before, and to celebrate this moment this year, because you only turn 150 once.
That's right.
And so as a part of this, as you mentioned, that takes a whole community. It takes a village. It takes community partners to step in and make these magical events a reality.
Yeah, when we created the 150th anniversary committee and we really started discussing what do we want to do this year? How do we want to celebrate this special milestone for us? We knew that we wanted community involvement, and not just, for the residents to be able to attend and join in the celebration, but also for, businesses and organizations to be able to be a part of it and to let their stories be told, because Mooresville is not what it is without our
Absolutely.
great businesses and organizations, like Randy Marion that you've heard of today, which is such an important part of the community and gives back to the community, has done so much. I mean, that's a part of the Mooresville story. And so we wanted to bring in partners that would help us tell that story. And so we were able to do that, with Randy Marion, with Lowe's, with DeBow Tech, with these great partners that were supporters of us, and then approach it in a different way too. A lot of the sponsorship, that's out there, it's just about, throwing a logo on a banner. That's not what we wanted to do.
Sure.
We wanted to tell the story. We wanted to really introduce the community to these partners so they can see, what they're about. We'll get them into the store, get them into the dealership, and, tell their history. And so, we've done that all year, and it's been really exciting to get to do that. But Randy Marion has been such a huge supporter all year long of this 150th. It started out with fireworks.
That's right.
Literally fireworks.
Yes, it started out with fireworks. So you mentioned we've had almost 7 signature events, 6 so far. So in January, we wanted to do it on New Year's, but weather prohibited us from being able to do it on New Year's. So it ended up being on January 14th. But it was at Langtree, and that was another, goal we wanted to achieve, was being able to offer these events, around town, around Mooresville, not just in the downtown area. So we were able to offer it in the 28117 side of town. So we kicked off the year with the fireworks. It was a great event. People knew it was our 150th. It was the largest fireworks show that Mooresville has seen. So we were excited to get
Thank
to
you
do
very
that.
much, Randy Marion, for
Yes,
that.
yes. Then Mooresville Day in March, we were able to just have this huge, basically street fair. And I mean, it was just so awesome to see the school system come out and, partner with us. They did a school mascot dance competition. Then we had the Liberty Park grand reopening. Craig Morgan, was the artist that kind of christened Liberty Park and the amphitheater.
That was a great event.
Oh my gosh, so much
Huge
fun.
attendance at that one.
Then July 4th, the Stars and Stripes on Main Parade, and then of course the Bands, Brews, and Barbecue Festival, Mooresville Motorsports Celebration. I mean, we've had these great events all year long, and thanks to Randy Marion as a partner, that we've been able to pull that off and provide such fun and engagement this year.
And most things at no cost to individuals.
Yes.
I mean, we always had to note the food and the or in the beverage trucks.
Right.
Those
right.
are at
You have
cost.
to pay for your beer.
You do. But, you get to enjoy shows by Craig Morgan, by Diamond Rio. You get to enjoy all the different activities and events and lots of giveaways,
Yes.
courtesy of our sponsors who have come together to make this year memorable for the whole community.
Yeah, I think that was the exciting thing and I think people were really truly shocked that they were going to get to see a free Loverboy show, a free Diamond Rio show, a free Craig Morgan show, and we were able to do that through our partners this year.
And create those magic moments. Can we tell the Diamond Rio story again?
Yes. Okay, so every show this year, we've tried to just make someone's day and pick someone out of the crowd to give them a VIP meet and greet experience and go back and meet the band. And so we got to do that with Diamond Rio. And I chose this person just randomly out of the audience on the front row because they were just staring so intently, waiting for the show to start. They looked like they got there.
This is well before the show began.
Yes. So we chose them to come back and meet them. And it come to find out that particular couple had seen Diamond Rio 32 times and had never got to meet him.
That is fabulous.
Isn't that so cool? So, I mean, to get to provide that, experience for people was pretty awesome.
And that's really what this whole year it's been about, creating magical moments, creating memories to last us the next 150 years. And we're so appreciative that Randy Marion has been a part of that and continues to be a part of that.
Yes, and one of the things that was really exciting this year were the Randy Marion T-shirts. So Randy Marion, we gave away T-shirts to the people that came, and everybody's trying to collect all 7 this year. So you have one more chance.
One more chance coming up, and we'll talk more about that in our coming segment. Stay tuned. So welcome back to the Hometown Hour. My name is Megan Suber with the Town of Mooresville, and I have with me today Christine Patterson and Jennifer Marion Mills. And we are so excited to be talking to you today about Randy Marion, their sponsorship of the 150th, and all the great things that you do with the community, not only in the 150th year, but throughout your legacy of serving Mooresville, serving North Carolina, and now serving Florida as well. So we are pre-recording this show today, but the show is going to air the week of Thanksgiving, and that is the week to be thankful for what you have, to give back to others, and to kind of kick off the holiday season, although some of us, as we're recording this show, have already kind of kicked it off at our house with the decorations. But as I said, this is a week to be thankful, the week to give back, and Randy Marion is a huge sponsor of our community in so many different ways. And I know, Jennifer, you've already touched on a couple things that you've got coming up.
Right, but there's more.
There is more.
So, we have touched on a few of the things that we've got coming up towards the end of the year. I think the last thing that we do this year is the Christian Mission Gala, and that is held at my parents' house. But it's supported by not just my parents, but our company as well. And the Christian Mission has been working on a capital campaign to open a new facility because, like what we talked about earlier, is the growth of our community.
Absolutely.
And so we needed to grow the Christian Mission. And so we have our dealerships, our company has been very instrumental in that. So their capital campaign is now coming to a close. And we're going to have one more celebration, Christmas gala for the Christian Mission in December. So we're super excited about that.
That is
and all
super
the
exciting.
accomplishments with the Christian Mission. And like I said, my parents have always been very very supportive of that organization as well as our company. And moving into the new year, we don't stop. There's always something. My dad is the president of the Iredell American Heart Association, and we are the presenting sponsors for the Iredell Heart Ball. Oh, wow. And that will be in February. And so once again, that's another very crucial event, something that we need in the community.
Absolutely.
And we're proud and honored to be a part of that.
And it's been a couple of years since I've been involved with the Heart Ball, but I know that heart disease is a huge factor, a health factor in our community today, and anything we can do to help organizations that raise awareness, that help save lives and help
Absolutely.
prevent those deaths is a wonderful thing. And the Heart Ball is always a great event.
It is. It's always a lot of fun. It alternates between Mooresville and Statesville each year. And this year, I believe it's going to be in Mooresville at the Mac Center. And it's always a great opportunity to see everyone that we haven't seen lately in the community. Businesses are involved, and there's just a lot of support.
And opportunities to get involved at all different levels.
That's right. That's right.
Wonderful. Well, Christine, it's been a whole year of getting involved in the community and bringing magic to Mooresville, whether that was through the fireworks that kicked off the year or through other means. But tell us about some of the once-in-a-lifetime things that have occurred in Mooresville this year.
Yeah, Jennifer said earlier, like she has the fun job, the advertising. I feel like I do too. I have a fun job to get to bring the fun, right, to
and
Mooresville.
You get connect with fun people.
That's right.
That's right.
Right. The fun people have to stick together and create the fun. So we have done a lot of that this year. I think the concert experiences were among the top of my favorites this year. I think people having that high quality entertainment, to bring that to Mooresville, that you don't have to go to Charlotte to see these things, was really special. And to have the national acts, but even with the outdoor concert series, the Rock the Park outdoor concert series.
Which was also sponsored by Randy Marion.
Yes. And thanks to Randy Marion, we were able to, keep offering those as free shows in the park. They're the first Friday of every month in the summer, May through September. That was such an amazing lineup this year. We kicked it off with a Sam tribute band. And it's called The Cookbook. I'm sorry, Sam Cooke tribute band. And if you aren't familiar with Sam Cooke, the artist, you will know one of his songs. I mean,
absolutely.
Heard it through the grapevine. I mean, Twist and Shout, Sam Cooke songs, even if you don't know who Sam Cooke is. So that was an awesome show. And he's a storyteller too. So he kind of told those stories of the artist throughout. So A little bit different than what we've done, but a great show. We had, of course, Groove Machine, 70s, just a good mix of different genres.
Fun show.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun shows. So that series is always so much fun. And to get to bring that high quality entertainment to downtown Mooresville and have
At
the
no
community come out.
cost.
At no cost.
To residents and visitors.
Yes.
That's huge. And that's something that we touched on in the previous segment about how people were just shocked and amazed as we've been throughout this year that, I get to go see Loverboy? I get to go see Diamond Rio and it doesn't cost me anything?
Yeah, that's definitely something that we're really
And
proud
it's such
of.
a beautiful venue with the Liberty Park.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a spectacular place. I mean, Mooresville, I mean, that's like a gym that we have here in Mooresville, and to be able to host concerts and events like that, as well as the park right behind it for the kids to play. Some of the social media that we've done to help tie into the events this year, we actually at the end of the summer went to Liberty Park, and during the day, and my mom and my middle son had a picnic. And we filmed that to
I
kind
loved
of
your picnic video.
to help highlight, the things that are going on in Mooresville, and as well as the happy 150th year to Mooresville. So
The big 150 numbers.
Yes.
Yes. No,
Yeah,
those
and
were great.
That's a great point because Liberty Park Phase 2 opened this year as a part of the 150th anniversary. And if you haven't been down there since we just had Phase 1 done, it is incredibly different. It is a whole different world down there, and there's opportunities for all ages to interact and engage, whether you're watching one of the world-class shows that we have in the band shell, whether you're playing basketball on the covered basketball court with the regulation height,
Yes.
basketball goals, or whether you're enjoying the 3-tiered playground that we have.
there's something for everyone.
There really
Yeah.
is something for everyone, and you could even just enjoy the scenery and have a picnic.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a gorgeous venue. We're very proud of Liberty Park and what we're able to do there. And I think we've seen, I mean, just by its popularity since it's opened, that it really is an asset to downtown Mooresville. So we look forward to being able to do more programming there. I mean, even our rentals, the people that want to rent the park for events, it's, I mean, just request after request. It's definitely the new shiny thing, right now for Mooresville, which we are definitely excited about. Some other things this year, even with Randy Marion's involvement with the 150th, that we've really, like I said, storytelling was, a big part of
huge
that.
part, yeah.
Yeah, and we wanted to connect the local community, with our partners. Some of the things that you saw this year that were a big hit were the T-shirts. So everyone loves free swag. So
Oh, they do. That is a fact.
going into this year, we were like, that's something we have to make sure that our swag game is on point. So at the beginning of the year, we made sure that we had lots of 150th anniversary commemorative items. That's what people, they want to see. They want to keep this cup or keep this T-shirt and remember that, we celebrated our 150th anniversary. And so we were able to do that. And the first, couple hundred people were able to get the Randy Marion T-shirts that had the 150th anniversary logo on the front. And so every event was a different version.
Oh,
So you can
very
collect
exciting.
all 7. So that was pretty cool. And then there was the Randy Marion commemorative photo booth. So you got to take a photo, and every photo background was different themed for the event that tied in, and you got to take home a photo and keep it, to commemorate, make those memories.
That's so unique. I don't know that if I was planning the events, I would have thought of that. So kudos to your team and whoever came up with that idea.
Yeah, well, making memories was one of our goals. That we wanted to create traditions and help people make memories this year, and that's something that even beyond the 150th anniversary that we're looking forward to doing is, a lot of these events are going to become annual events. 4 out of the 7, actually.
Oh, yes. I've already heard about the Stars and Stripes on Main for 2024.
Yes. We knew that day we would have to do that forever. People loved it. And we've obviously had great attendance this year, and we definitely wanted to be able to provide those traditions for the community and, let people know that, every year I'm going to take my family to this and, I'm going to make memories. And so we kind of started that this year. Another thing was the Randy Marion Car Corral. People really enjoyed, I think, coming out and, getting to check out the vehicles and talk to a rep that they had there. So that was a really cool thing. And then,
can I just say that at all of those car corrals, the cars were absolutely immaculate. So kudos, Jennifer, to your staff that was there.
And we've
Like,
got some, yeah, they enjoyed that. So it was a great opportunity for us to showcase some of the hot cars out, some of the hot models. But yeah, so I know Rhonda Oliveira and Jenna Casey, they've been very helpful in getting all that stuff set up. So we really appreciate all the work and
looked great,
Yeah.
spot on
Good,
every
good.
time.
I wish I could keep
Thank
my
you.
car that clean.
I know, no joke.
Never. And then the park and ride shuttle service. So
That's huge.
yes, presented by Randy Marion. Every event we offered shuttle service. It was really important to us because we wanted people from the beginning to have a seamless experience, to be able to not stress about, driving around and finding a place to park. So we offered a park and ride shuttle location for each event, advertised that beforehand. And, hopefully people got value out of that they could just park, hop on the shuttle. They ran continuously every 15 minutes and, hop back on and go home.
And I know that's so much easier when you attend large events to have that functionality and be able to arrive when you want, not have to stress about it, and arrive too early and leave when you want. So great value add for all of our events, a great way to plug in a sponsorship into our community and serve our community better. So I know this is not the end of events that we have this year, and events that Randy Marion is a part of. So coming up in our next segment, we'll talk a little bit about Classic Christmas and things that we're going to do as a town to close out the year. Ladies, this has been a pleasure. Stay tuned, everybody, for some more. Welcome back to the final segment of today's Hometown Hour. My name is Megan Suber with the Town of Mooresville, and here with me today we have the wonderful Christine Patterson and lovely Jennifer Marion Mills. We've been talking about all things Mooresville today. We've been talking about Randy Marion, how you got your start in Mooresville, but you branched out all over the state and now multi-state with the Florida dealership, and about how giving back is a huge part of what you do. We've been talking about the 150th anniversary and how this whole year has been focused on building community, growing community, and making memories to last us another 150 years. And if you've been listening to our entire show, you'll know this show is being pre-recorded. So it is not quite Thanksgiving week when we're chatting today, but the show is airing on November 21st. And we've got a very special event going on in Mooresville today, November 21st, which is our Christmas parade. And this really, if you're not a Mooresville resident or you're not from the area, this really kicks off the holiday season. Huge event. It's always very well attended. And, you know, being on a Tuesday before Thanksgiving, that is kind of a little unique to our area. It doesn't compete with some of the other Christmas parades, because I know we get into that time of year where everybody's got 12 things to do every weekend, every evening. And so it's really a great time to come together as a community to celebrate our memories that we're making, celebrate the holiday season, whatever you choose to celebrate. And then it kind of kicks off the week with Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah, it's not Christmas until the Christmas parade in Mooresville.
This is true. And I know, Christine, you have been with the town for quite some time. And Jennifer, you're a longtime resident of the town of Mooresville. Any memories from the Christmas parade?
I have a lot of memories of the Christmas parade. I was in the Mooresville marching band, so I spent many years marching in the parade, as well
awesome.
as now. Here's a fun fact. Not many people probably know. I was actually in I can't remember the year, 1993, I believe it was. I was Miss Mooresville. So
Really? We're sitting with royalty?
We are.
So I'm really pulling something from the past there, but I was Miss Mooresville, and we always donate a lot of cars to the parade, and to that particular year, my dad was able to drive me in the parade.
Oh, how special!
So that was a lot of fun. Now we'll have to remember that particular year. I was super excited, but it rained so hard. But people still show up to the parade.
They do. They absolutely do.
The Mooresville parade is such a fun time. It doesn't matter if it's cold, if it's raining. People come to the parade.
Yeah.
It is a great time. But yeah, it rained so hard. I remember having to roll down the window because it was a convertible, and the rain was just pouring in the side of the car. But yeah, so a lot of fond memories of the Mooresville parade, and since then, my children have grown up. My daughter has been with her dance troupe in the parade. My son's been with the Boy Scouts in the parade.
Wonderful.
And then, of course, my husband is the North Carolina state representative. And so he now rides in the parade. So
This is a whole family
it
affair.
is a family affair.
Traditions.
So
yes.
Absolutely.
exciting.
Creating and celebrating those traditions. Christine, any memories or?
Just from taking the kids when they were younger, I mean, we always enjoyed watching the parade. I mean, we always made sure to get out of work early so I can get them from school and take them to the parade. And, it's so funny, I think, to see people that move here. They're like, why is the parade on a Tuesday? Why is it at 3:00? Why, And then the Mooresville lifers, the people that grew up here, they always defend it. And they're like, no, it is always on a Tuesday. It's always at 3:00. Get used to it. It's so funny. People defend that. This is the Mooresville way.
This is how it's been done.
Yes, this is how it's been done for 100 years.
Well, that's very exciting. Hope everybody is able to either watch that today, whether it's in person, whether it's live stream if that's being offered, or even take part in it and, create those memories, build upon past memories, and just really kick off the holiday season. But that is not the end of celebrations in Mooresville.
No, it's not. We, after the parade on December 8th, will host a classic Christmas in Mooresville. So that is an event that we've partnered with the Mooresville Downtown Commission on. it's happened for several years now, but we've really partnered a couple years ago to grow that event and make it, into a little something more for the community. And again, main goal is building traditions, community engagement, to try to make those memories that people can, get used to coming every year to bring out the family. And we're excited to get to do that again, making it part of the 150th anniversary.
So, of course, it's going to be great.
Yes, it's the 7th signature event, the last one this year. So we're going big. It's to close all the year, to tie it up with a bow this year at the end of the year. So we'll have some surprises for sure. You don't want to miss this last event of the year. We will have a huge, of course, Christmas tree at John Franklin Moore Park, and there will be gifts for the community under the tree.
Very
A little
nice.
gift from us to the community this year to really remember this year. So
Oh, that's exciting. You've got
Yeah.
my interest now.
I know, but
I
it's
love
a
gifts.
surprise. It's a surprise. So you have to come to get your gift and see what it is. And then we'll have, a carousel, ice skating. We have a big gingerbread jump. It's like a trampoline, but it's a gingerbread man, and it takes up like all of Liberty Park lawn. It's huge. So I will be getting on that. It looks so much fun.
I'm very intrigued by this as well. I'm
yeah.
like, is it real gingerbread? Do I get to eat it?
No, but you're going to have fun on it. Then this huge, they call it the world's tallest snowman. So it's a huge kind of snowman bounce house, but it's humongous. We have life-size snow globes. We have horse and wagon rides. We have a Christmas craft market. We have the Polar Express trains. So you can take train rides.
Great experience for the littles.
Yeah, we're turning John Franklin Moore Park into the North Pole. So you're going to be able to walk through and have an immersive experience in the North Pole. Really, there you won't be able to do all the things in the 4 hours that from 5 to 9. It's going to be exciting. Inside the Charles Mack Citizen Center, we're actually going to have the Santa experience this year. So the Santa experience is going to be one you won't forget this year. The elves, everybody's coming out. It's going to be the whole gang.
They're moving the North Pole down to
Yeah,
Mooresville
pretty much.
for this night.
Yeah, and then of course we love the local involvement. So there'll be or performances by local schools, choirs, bands.
Oh, great.
The Lake Norman Handbells come out and they do holiday music for the 4 hours. So it's really going to be exciting to see the performers, just to take part in the activities. I'm looking forward to it.
Another way to make memories this special year and make memories during the special season of the year. And I know that's not all because I heard a little bird from our IT department tell me that there's going to be a light display back in Mooresville.
Yeah,
Downtown this year.
Yes, they are bringing the town hall light display back.
That's very exciting. I know that was a huge thing for a lot of our lifers and longtime residents. Very excited about that light display. Sad when it was not around. So it's coming back this year. Kick it off, see how it goes. And I heard there's plans to make it into the new McAdenville. Not this year, but for maybe in years to come. So we're going to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's exciting. And speaking of light displays, that's another thing on Broad Street that we'll actually have as a light show. Similar to, we've had it in years past, but this year it will incorporate the 150th anniversary a little bit. So,
great.
Yeah, you may see some, clips and photos from some of the scenes that we saw throughout the year with the signature events, but definitely holiday themed. And that'll be on the buildings, displayed on the buildings at Broad Street. So everyone on the horse and wagon rides will be able to have perfect view of that. So
how wonderful. So this event is, of course, Classic Christmas on December 8th. Downtown Mooresville, starting at...
5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
So don't miss it. It's only 4 hours long.
Yes, and you'll want to get there early because, like I said, there is so much to do. You will not have time to do everything. You'll also see Randy Marion at A Classic Christmas in Mooresville again. Of course, we'll have the car corral, the commemorative photo booth, T-shirts, all of those
Make sure you
things.
get your last T-shirt and
That's right.
photo.
That's right.
In the collector
We'll have a
series.
special holiday version.
Very exciting. Well, Christine, that is not stopping all that your department is doing. That is not the end all be all. You've got much more going on.
Yeah.
because Indoor Concert Series is kicking off.
Yeah. So November 18th, the very first 2023-24 indoor concert series is coming back. We're going to kick off with Winter Dance Party. So this is a tribute to, Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, all of those exciting artists. So it's going to be a blast, and that's November 18th. Shows start at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. Tickets are on sale now at ourtownstage.com. They start at $29. They're we want to keep that very affordable for the community. The next show in the series is The Drifters Christmas.
Ooh.
Yes, The Drifters put on an awesome holiday show. That's December 2nd, and all of these are at the Jovi Knox Auditorium in the Charles Mack Citizen Center. Indoor series is always a sellout series, so people get your tickets early because they will absolutely sell out. It's a 233 seat, very intimate, vintage auditorium. So these are always a big hit. There's not a bad seat in the house.
And we can get tickets at ourtownstage.com?
Ourtownstage.com, and they're on sale now.
Awesome. Well, it has been a very full year of activities with much more to come, it sounds like, from both Town of Mooresville and Randy Marion in the coming years. So, ladies, thank you again for being a part of the show today. Thank you again for all you do for our community. And we appreciate it. Happy holidays to everyone because it's kicking off today.
Thank you.